Howdy there, my friends. I reckon it's high time we took a journey back into the annals of history, into a time when the land was wild, the spirits were restless, and the gunslingers and outlaws of the Old West ruled the frontier. But before we embark on this grand adventure, do me a kind favor. Give that like button a good old click, and if you ain't already, don't forget to mosey on down and hit that subscribe button. We've got tales aplenty to share from the days when the West was truly wild. Number 1. The infamous outlaw gangs. Our first stop, friends, is the heart of outlaw country. The Old West was home to infamous gangs like the James Younger Gang and the Wild Bunch, men who rode hard, shot straight, and left a trail of legends in their wake. These gangs weren't just criminals, they were folk heroes to some and a terror to others. Get ready to ride shotgun with us as we dive deep into their stories. Number 2. The dueling gunslingers. Now, let's talk about the sharpshooters who lived and died by the draw of their six-shooters. Names like Wyatt Earp, Wild Bill Hickok, and Belle Starr. They were the stuff of dime novels and frontier folklore. These gunfighters faced down danger on a daily basis, and their stories are more thrilling than a riverboat race down the Mississippi. Number 3. Frontier justice. Out here, justice had a different face. We'll explore the tales of the frontier sheriffs, the judge-jury executioner types, and how they tried to maintain order in the midst of chaos. These stories are more than just shootouts. They're about the struggle to uphold the law on a lawless frontier. Number 4. The notorious outlaw hideouts. Ever heard of places like Hole in the Wall or Robber's Roost? These were the hideaways where outlaws would vanish like ghosts after a big score. These hideouts were like secret lairs, and they've got stories as elusive as a tumbleweed rolling through the desert. Number 5. High-stakes train robberies. Now, let's talk about the daring train robberies that rattled the rails. Bandits like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, they'd swoop down on those iron horses like thunder in the night. These heists were as audacious as they come, and the tales of loot and larceny are enough to make your heart race. Number 6. The legendary women of the West. The Old West wasn't just a man's world. There were women who rode alongside the outlaws and made their mark. Calamity Jane, Belle Starr. These ladies were as tough as the men they rode with. Their stories are a testament to the indomitable spirit of the frontier, and they've got more grit than a sandstorm. Number 7. The bounty hunters. When the law couldn't catch the outlaws, they called in the bounty hunters. Names like Pat Garrett and Bass Reeves, they were the ones who hunted the hunters. These trackers were a force to be reckoned with, and their stories are like a game of cat and mouse on the frontier. Number 8. The gold rush and banditry. When gold fever swept the West, it brought not just fortune seekers but also outlaws looking to strike it rich the easy way. These tales of holdups and claim jumping are a glimpse into the madness of the gold rush days. Number 9. The notorious robber barons. While some folks played by the rules, others bent them until they broke. We're talking about the robber barons, men who amassed fortunes through ruthless means. These tales of greed and power are a dark chapter in the Old West, and they remind us that not all riches were won with blood and sweat. Number 10. The end of an era. As the years rolled on, the Old West changed. Saloons closed, towns grew, and the era of the gunslinger and outlaw slowly faded into history. This final chapter reminds us that, like the setting sun, even the most legendary tales must eventually give way to a new dawn. And there you have it, partners. The untamed, mesmerizing stories of the gunslingers and outlaws of the Old West. Legends, every one of them. If you've enjoyed this journey back in time as much as I have, don't forget to give that like button a hearty click and subscribe. And remember, the spirit of the Old West ain't just in the stories. It's in the heart of anyone who's ever longed for adventure.